Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. On first down, they'll start out with Akers.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held him to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford. Pass thrown to Adams. He's got it on the crossing route.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Stafford. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down.
And the Rams at 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL. But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35. Here's Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, don't tell any defensive coordinator I played for, but that might be considered a win for both teams because defensively they stopped them short and forced the 4th down. But offensively, they picked up enough yards to give their kicker a better shot if that's what they want to do.
On 4th down, Stafford. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's just a pile of bodies there. find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but from both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46.
He's got it to the 43 here.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Second down, back to Sanders.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
It's the former Michigan man, Chase Winovich, who gets in there to bring him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is third down.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least. If they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Off a play action. Here's Stafford. Looking deep for Adams. And it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
That's caught inside the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one wasn't universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go long and hope someone would come free.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Rams will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Going right back to Akers.
And I think the ball's out. And it's picked up by the Eagles. He's now lost fumbles in back-to-back weeks. And, of course, you remember last week's game, such a close affair. That hurt him.
Hurt him in a big way, and it is so key to take care of the ball because, remember, the team making the fewest mistakes usually wins the game. So you got to take care of the ball, lock it away, high and tight, as you often hear from running back coaches. 4 points of pressure, fingertips, forearm, biceps, sternum, or chest. Put it away.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
These are the situations that really test the defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick, if indeed they end up trying one.
And this is caught. It's Brown.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
2nd and 8.
To throw is Stanford.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. Finding space at the 40. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
On 1st down, Stafford here. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 47 yards.
And the Rams have taken the lead. Extra point up and good from Santoso.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
This This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes, back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and long. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Hurts.
And he completes it to Berrios. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
On first down, Hurts.
And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because Those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
Here as he's taken down.
Bobby Wagner, multiple times an All-Pro, in there to drop him for a loss.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
This is fielded at the 27. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Rams are going offense here with the 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now it's Stafford. Short little throw to Ebron, and he goes out right around the 39. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Back to the air. Stafford on 2nd down.
He'll dump this off to Akers.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. That's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Throwing again is Stafford.
That's out to the flat for Akers. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Partner, he just surpassed 60,000 career passing yards. I remember when you and I were there when he hit 50, now 60. Where does this stop?
I don't know where it stops, but how did we even calculate this one, right? Long division? New math? Using abacus?
I trusted you. You're smarter than I am.
My calculator shorted out on this one. 60,000 yards. Congratulations.
Man, has it been fun to track his career, and it continues. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it.
And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Throwing is Stafford. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. you're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
That's caught. It's 2-2 Atwell. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here. To the air again, Stafford. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, his third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point up and good from Santoso. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Play action. Here's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense have other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 21. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. Touchdown! A.J. Brown, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Hurts will throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. And remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there. That's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. Taken in at the 3. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Their own 16-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
And really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And the Eagles are right back in this football game. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. He finds his man complete. That's Pope. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. This is Smith with a ground. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line. 23 yards on the play. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And once again, this is Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They go back to the ground with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles have taken a fourth quarter lead. They'll try and throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they
tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the fourth. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Stafford. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Stafford now to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now as to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Being chased out left. That'll be caught. It's Cup.
And he is going to have the Rams first down as this defense, boy, a little too loose there. They give up a gain of 19 on 4th down. Stafford going to give this to Akers.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Stafford.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Stafford. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
CD, that was an all-or-nothing drive to win this football game, and they rose to the occasion to take the lead here in the waning moments.
How about how they got it done? No timeouts left. They take it downfield, execute perfectly, and get it done. Now they don't leave their opponent with a heck of a lot of time on the clock.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're ready.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked off by David Long.
And the Rams have just about sewn up this football game. They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They'll go again here with Akers.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.